Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 75th episode of the Game Packs podcast. My name is Phil, and co-hosting with me, as always, are Camilo and John. This is going to be a shorter episode, and we only have two stories for you this week. We're going to be discussing E3 being confirmed for this year as a digital event, and The Last of Us Part 1 is rumored to have a remake in the works, which, I have opinions on, and I think we all do. All right, so first story, E3 is going to be digital this year. It's going to happen on June 12th through the 15th. We've got Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, Warner Bros. Games, Koch Media have already confirmed. And this raises a couple of questions. So first off, I want to ask you guys, what is it going to look like? If there isn't a show floor, how do you think people are going to be getting their hands on new games? Let's tackle that first topic first. What do you think it's just going to look like? I have my thoughts.
It's just going to be like a series of directs, I think. So you'll have, a time slot. So it's probably the normal time slots for the speeches that they usually do. So I think Microsoft's usually on the Sunday, Nintendo's on Tuesday, so I think they'll keep it that way because that's how it was when they were live. Like the only way that people at home could watch were the streams of the presentations. So I think they'll keep it that way.
What about you, Cam?
I think the same. They'll probably still do all those. I know Nintendo calls it like the treehouse, where they just film them going through the game. They're explaining the game to you. I hope that we'll see more. Maybe if you're, I know everything's free, so maybe if you're registered, you'll have access to demos you could download and stuff. Because no one's really on the floor able to play games.
Right.
So
yeah, because they've got to have some stuff ready to go. At least demo wise that they would normally have press people doing, or within the last year or so before the global pandemic, it just got opened up to the public. So that was exciting for me because I live there. I live in Los Angeles, and I've been excited to go to E3, but I think I missed the sign up for the first year, and then there was the global pandemic, and now this year it's digital. I don't know. So I'm really hoping to get signed in somehow. I know we were looking at it. There's a bunch of different types of passes to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to get in on it somehow to get some, because it'd be cool if I could get some first impression. I would love to make some first impression videos of, Super Mario Odyssey 2. I don't want to jump ahead, but
yeah, that was always the thing. The press had access to these, hands-on experiences, and us wee little creators are just sitting at home oh man, I would love to make a video on that, but
yeah, I
have no experience with what's going on. So I hope they do release some demos. I know I think they've released one or two demos in the past. But it's not very often. They don't have all the demos accessible to everybody. So I'll be interested to see if they do it this year.
Oh, I see that we don't have Square Enix on here yet. But I was gonna say Project Triangle Strategy demo number 2, based on all the player feedback. Get something like that. I don't know.
There's also one big one that's not there, which I don't think. They didn't attend...
The one that starts with an S?
Yeah, the one that starts with an S. They didn't attend the E3
before the
prior
pandemic.
to the last E3.
They made announcements adjacent to everything, but they weren't. Yeah, they didn't they weren't at the show.
Yeah, they weren't at the show. So why? Why haven't they announced that they're gonna attend this or whatever it is?
Did they go to Gamescom?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, because the big presence there is Xbox.
Really?
Whenever they have like the big keynote that everybody wants to watch is Xbox when it's there.
At Gamescom. Interesting. Yeah, because I was wondering if it was like an American thing. Like they're like, oh, whatever. E3 is just like the American show, like, or because like Gamescom is like the European one. So I was like, well, maybe they're like, oh, do that one.
I think
as far as I know, I mean, like, I don't know what's like the Asia version of this.
TGS.
I'm just going
TGS.
Okay. Are they at that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Actually,
learn.
no,
while
I don't think
here.
they are. I don't think they are.
I don't know.
I know
usually,
Nintendo's
like,
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nintendo goes to that one. I know that. I think it's an arrogance.
I don't
thing.
think we've ever covered it.
No.
TGS. We should start doing that. Because I'm ignorant of it, so I would love to learn more about it.
I kind of think it's an arrogance thing. Like Sony's like, you don't have to see
We
yourself.
don't have to.
You're gonna buy it anyway. So.
I mean, Nintendo has that same argument.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same time, it's just it's such a lame attitude to have, because it's like, yeah, regardless if you're going to make sales or not, it's about like connecting with like the fan base and the community and like drawing up excitement. And it's just like a cool event for everybody to get excited about and participate in. And for them to just be like, it just seems
That's
lame.
beneath me.
Yeah, like, why, bro? Like, why don't you just come play with us? Like, why are you being like the weird kid, like sitting alone at the lunch table? Come sit with us and eat
And they
food.
just had a major console launch. Like, when they want to show what they have in store for it at E3?
Maybe. Well, I think if they showed stuff at E3 for the PS5, then consumers would have the expectation that they could purchase a PS5. and that's not something that can currently happen. So maybe they're just hiding until
Until it blows over.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, it's the fastest selling console ever in unit or revenue. But what they don't tell you is the majority of those are bought by scalper bots.
Right.
So
They're like, yeah, we sold all 100 of our inventory.
I just think it's funny that like their whole slogan for PS5 is "Play has no limits," and stock definitely has limits.
Yeah, except for stock. Yeah, you're totally right. 100%. Except for stock, pal. Oh, man. Yeah, gosh, the demos, so I can make videos. That's what I want.
and it shouldn't be
purely selfishly.
If they make a demo to show on stage, like you'd think that they would be able to make that accessible, on the stores.
I mean, the only thing that I would think that like maybe they don't want to do it would be like, people get the demo and then they data mine that.
Yeah, that's why they usually don't, because like they have less control over what people can see.
So like I would think that like that is a potential roadblock in that, which is annoying, but like it's just unstoppable at this point. We just live in a technological age where you just have to deal with that stuff. You just have to accept it. So I don't know. I would think maybe Nintendo won't do so many demos because of that reason. They're very, very protective of their IP. But like, maybe Xbox or Capcom or somebody that aren't as protective.
Could you imagine a demo of Breath of the Wild 2? Sorry, I'm getting hyped.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine it. Actually, I can't, because Breath of the Wild 2, I feel like it's just going to be like Breath of the Wild 1, just except like Dark World version. So like, what are they going to do? Just do Great Plateau you again?
Underground.
I mean, possible. Yeah, it's like just like a cave part that you can't get out of.
I don't know. They can
maybe
make
they only
demos could be like later in the game too. Like, there's
That's
a lot
true.
of demos that are just late game, and they pump up your character to whatever it needs to be.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I hope demos would be. I think that would be a fan service type of deal. Like that would be a very consumer friendly option.
Or like some way to like get some swag. Like, I was like a digital participant, like, and then you get like a poster or a pin or something. Like, that would be cool. Because like, that kind of stuff is like the fun stuff about going to conventions, and is that you can do that. I don't know, man. So yeah, I think we should move on to now that we know it's real. What are our ideas for announcements this year? I know it's early, and we didn't really prep to answer this question, but I figured we could give it a shot. What do you think? What are we going to hear about?
I've heard some people say like they think that this is when like the Zelda floodgates are gonna open, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they would want to do like their own direct for that.
Mario was late, right? It was like August.
Yeah, but that's because no, it was September. But I thought that was because like that's when the actual anniversary was. We're already like past the Zelda anniversary. So I don't.
Well, they might announce like something. Like they might announce something at E3, like maybe a collection of the 3D games.
No way.
Well, like Ocarina, slightly upresed from the N64. Like they.
It's gonna be so disappointing when they just give us the N64 one.
Yeah, dude, they're definitely just gonna give us the 64 one. They're gonna give us.
Well,
dude,
how
the
much
thing
more
is that Nintendo, they don't. They're like so not. They're like, wait, we can just like charge $60 for this and get away with it. Because remember when you pre-ordered Wind Waker and then they just straight up gave you like Ocarina of Time and Masters Collection?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember how you got the? I don't even remember how I got that.
It came with my GameCube because I got it for like Christmas one year.
Well, there was
really?
a demo disc and then there was the combo disc, right?
Well, there's that, but then there was the demo disc that had the Wind Waker demo, right?
Yeah,
and then that had this was the silver box.
It was Zelda 1, Zelda 2.
1, 2, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
How did you get that? I don't really remember how I got that.
I think you had to buy it.
Or you could just buy it? No, it was a promotional disc.
Well, I remember seeing it I think GameStop was selling used copies then.
I
definitely remember seeing it in GameStop.
I think it was like another pre-order kind of a deal.
It might have been. I know I didn't get a GameCube until like the next year, and I think it just came with my GameCube.
Interesting.
So, Breath of the Wild 2 pre-order bonus is Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess on one cart. That's the pre-order bonus.
Dude, yeah, right. I did see a meme that was just like Twilight Princess getting ready to be released for the 4th console generation in a row. And I was just like, that's pretty funny. Because that's probably true. Like, Twilight Princess legit is going to be released for the 4th console generation in a row.
They port every single other Wii U game, and they don't port Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD.
Yeah.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
Those would be such good games. They definitely need to do it on one cart, though.
That's not gonna happen. No, I think we'll get Ocarina 3D or Ocarina HD, Majora's Mask HD, and
on one cart.
On one cart, and then they'll sell us Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD separately.
For like $39.99.
No, $60.
Full price. Way. You can't sell that game for $60. You can't.
How much was Wind Waker HD? Was it 50? It was 50.
Yeah.
And then Twilight Princess was more, I think, because it had the amiibo, right?
Yeah, the amiibo.
Yeah.
Which is dope. I'm so annoyed I threw out that cardboard box. I still have Midna and the wolf boxed up.
Wait, you don't use that one?
No. All that stuff's boxed up.
I think that's like the amiibo that has like the most like functionality of stuff you can do with it.
Well, I probably have the only sealed one then if everyone's opening it up. So hopefully
like your hearts and your health from Twilight Princess like translate into the hearts and health when you use it in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, really?
Wolf. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So they should definitely port that game so that someone could actually make use of that if they didn't have a Wii U.
No, I think you could use it on the I've used it on the Switch, Breath of the Wild. With
Yeah, but
Wii
you
U
can't get
data.
the hearts then.
Yeah, you can't get the hearts if you don't have.
All right, what about other IPs? Sorry, I don't want to spend too much time on Zelda. Zelda 2 remaster in really awesome 16:9, like kind of like the Link's Awakening,
I
but
wouldn't mind
its
Oracle,
own style.
The Oracle games.
Yeah, the oracles in the Awakening style would be rad.
I think we'll get a Link to the Past in that style next.
No, thank you. I don't want that. SNES pixel art is perfect. People don't need to mess with it.
And that world, kind of already got remade.
Yeah, they did. They did remake it in 3D. So
A
no,
Link
thank
Between
you.
Worlds or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a pseudo sequel. Is it a sequel or a pseudo sequel? Is it the same Link?
Sequel, but it's kind of like a remake too. I mean, it's really similar.
Is it
it's
split
not the same
timeline?
game. No, I think it's a sequel.
Parallel timeline? Sequel? I don't know. There's one timeline where a Link Between Worlds happens, and another timeline where it doesn't.
We're getting way off track. This is the Zelda.
Hey, I tried to bring.
Right now. This is
I
the
tried
Zelda
to bring
part.
it back.
Let's talk about other non-Zelda things that might happen.
Halo Infinite.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Gears 6. Is that already out? Gears 5.
Gears 5. Gears 5.
Gears 7.
Gears 6 and 7 coming out at the same time.
Oh, 6 isn't out yet? Gears 6.
Probably see Legends Arceus or something.
That's true.
Mega Man 12.
Capcom's gonna be there. Yeah, Capcom's gonna be there. Monster Hunter DLC. That's all I care about right now.
Yeah, well,
Isn't that other Monster Hunter game coming out soon? Stories.
Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Stories.
Yeah.
That comes out in July, I think.
There'll be a content update. It's not going to be paid DLC yet. It's going to take Monster Hunter Rise a while to get paid DLC. They're really, really good about free content.
They already have
updates.
paid DLC.
Yeah, it's cosmetic.
Yeah.
That doesn't count to me as
Okay.
expansion. In my brain, I'm like,
So
expansion
you
pass.
don't think Monster Hunter
Iceborne.
Rise Iceborne is gonna be announced?
No, it's way too soon. Way too soon.
Yeah, wasn't it
No
a year
way.
after or something?
Yeah.
Even more probably.
They still need to finish the story of Rise or whatever too. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know. I just know that there's a secret end boss, and I got somebody in my chat that was like, "Well, actually, you haven't really beaten the game." And then I tweeted, "So guys, when credits roll, is that when the game ends or not?" 100% said yes. By the way.
That is
All right, back to
beating
the
game. Yeah.
Back to the podcast. Ubisoft. I would love to see. This is what I just want, and I keep asking for it. Is another side-scrolling Rayman game, because those games are awesome.
You know what I want from Ubisoft?
What?
A non-mediocre game.
Yeah, they really just kind of sit right at high 7s, low 8s.
I can't think. I'm trying to think. Immortals was pretty. It was okay.
I like that game fine. It's more interesting to me than Valhalla, and I want Valhalla to be interesting. But every time I put it in, I'm just like, this is just not God of War. And I could be playing God of War right now and just be literally sitting on the edge of my seat with amazing combat, crazy story, awesome environment. And instead it's just some slow walking, slow talking guy. It's like, my dad died. It's like, okay. All right, that's the story. All right.
Yeah, we might. Well, I don't know. They're usually every other year for Assassin's Creed. So.
Yeah, well now it is because they just we're just oversaturating. People were just like, I just bought one. What do you mean there's another one? They were Call of Dutying. Yeah, I don't know. What else does Ubisoft make?
Could get
Watch Dogs?
We could get another Mario Rabbids game.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That's been rumored.
I feel like
the sequel's been rumored for a while.
they got to put an easy mode on that. I feel like that game is not for the faint of heart. I really enjoyed it for the time that I spent with it, but it's like it's tough. It's like it's like old Nintendo hard.
Like, I don't think I can get into this. It's like too complicated.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
It's fun for a while, but then later it gets a little too difficult.
It's a little punishing.
Yeah. I see Konami on this list. What do they have?
Konami.
We're gonna get some casino games announced.
Oh, no. We're going to get Symphony of the Night 2.
Okay.
Take Two, retired.
do you think GTA 6 is going to be there?
Maybe. Actually, yes. I actually believe that we're going to get a GTA 6 Vice City, like, soon.
It's been, almost 10 years? When did GTA 5 come out?
It's 2013.
It came out on the 360 PS3 era.
So it's been like 8 years.
So long. I think this is the year. The year for the announcement. Maybe not the year for the game, but definitely the year for the announcement.
Oh yeah, I could totally see that being like an announce. Like, yeah, that's gonna take a while.
We also GTA 5 hasn't come to next gen yet, and that was
like later this year or something.
It was like a big deal on the PlayStation presentation when they showed it. Warner Brothers is definitely going to be the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah, and then there's the other game that got pushed, Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Is that both Warner Brothers or? Because one of them is Rocksteady Games. Does Warner Brothers publish the Rocksteady?
Yeah, I think they published that because they own the
DC rights.
The DC rights, yeah. You could also get
Warner Brothers. Does Warner Brothers own Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, they do.
Could get 12.
I mean, we just got 11 last year. So
we just got the final version though.
Yeah, wasn't that like 2018 or 19 for 11?
Oh, was it?
Like there's
I guess it was a couple years.
I feel like it was a while ago.
Yeah,
they just got the last
DLC.
pack.
Yeah, just got like Rambo and again,
there was 3 packs and now it's like done.
Yeah, so I can see maybe for next gen because they definitely did a next gen update for 11. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I can see them. I mean, they're definitely working on the next fighting game. It could be Injustice.
Yeah, that would be interesting
as well. I haven't seen an
Injustice
game.
I would love Injustice 3. Oh my god, I love Injustice. I think that is a super underrated fighting game because it's basically just Mortal Kombat with Batman. It's so good.
Yeah. The only thing that makes Aquaman look cool is that game.
I thought Khal Drogo did a good job. Is that his name?
Oh, no, his name is that's not it. That Drago is his.
That's his Game of Thrones name, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to say his real name.
Okay. Jason Momoa is his real name.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what Koch Media does.
Dude, they're like the Koch brothers. Aren't they just like an evil corporation? Like, what do they make? What do they make besides money off of, Koch Media video games? We didn't look this up ahead of time, guys. Saints Row. Metro Exodus.
We probably will see another Saints Row soon. 4 was years ago.
Maneater, that shark game, apparently.
Oh, that's like an indie game, though.
Saints Row, Metro Exodus, Dead by Daylight, apparently.
Oh, Dead by Daylight 2 keeps getting pushed, so that'll be there. Wait,
oh my gosh,
no, Dead by Daylight. That's the like the isom. Like, there's a killer and then survivors.
It's like, yeah. What do they call that? Multiplayer? where it's not even?
I don't know.
It's like
but
1v4.
Yeah.
You were almost there. You had it. It was on the
Yeah,
tip of
I
your
forget
tongue.
what it's called. It does have a name.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what that is.
Dude, this is the podcast of us just totally knowing what we're talking about. Just informing everyone. We're crushing it right now. Coke Media.
I don't see EA on there, but they don't really.
Yeah,
Usually have their own thing.
They can go sit on their pile of money. I don't care to ever see any games from them ever again.
Let's see how many studios Xbox buys this year. Under 5. Over under 5. What's the?
Oh, I'll go over.
What's the line? Over 5?
Yeah, I would say more than 5. Man, dude, how easy would it be for them to scoop up like one big one and 4 indies? No problem.
No
problem.
They announced they bought Sega.
Dude, I just was looking at the old Dreamcast logo. It was literally just a squiggly line. What was that? It was insane. I don't know. I love the Dreamcast, though. All right, so final thoughts on what we think we might see. We said Nintendo. I don't know. I'm just going to... Zeldas. We're going to see definitely Zeldas. Guaranteed Zeldas. Maybe Mario. I feel like we won't see anything Mario related.
I think we'll see a
we
Mario
were gonna see
Kart. I think we're going to see a Mario
Ooh,
Kart.
9?
I don't think it's going to be...
Oh, Splatoon 3, even though it's far off.
Yeah, Splatoon 3 will be there probably. Or, I don't know, that because sometimes
Mario Golf is 2 weeks after this, so they'll have a that'll be a treehouse. I don't know, Animal Crossing update.
Now you're just really bringing me down. Like,
Smash reveal.
Yeah, another Smash character.
Oh yeah, probably Smash. Yeah.
Who do you think?
Crash.
I was gonna say Crash too, actually. All right, so Crash, guys. Crash this summer. Confirmed. All 3 of us were thinking it. All right, Xbox. We're going to see Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5.
Fable.
I guess. I don't want to agree with you, but yeah. I like that game.
They announced it last year.
I like that game when I thought that that's what a good RPG was, but I have since played good RPGs, and I'm no longer interested in that franchise.
Yeah, I think I have nostalgia blinders on that one. I played that game.
Yeah, I mean it was cool. You had a dog.
I always thought it was cool. The good and bad.
Yeah, that was cool.
But now,
there's a cool blacksmithing
every game has that now.
Yeah, every game has that. What about other Microsoft stuff? Bethesda stuff? You think we're going to see more for not Skyrim, but Elder Scrolls 6?
Probably.
Maybe.
Because we've got a title screen for that.
Another
Scrolls
Doom
6.
game? Is it too early? They just had the
way
DLC.
Too early. There's still that DLC number 2 literally just dropped
What
a
about
week or 2
Wolfenstein?
ago.
I think Wolfenstein maybe. It's been a couple of years.
Possibly. I don't like Wolfenstein. I think it's too gory and gross, and I don't know. It's not my bag. What else? Xbox. I'm just trying to think of all the Bethesdas. I mean, Fallout 5 is a possibility.
Yeah. I think
Fallout 4 is a long time ago.
And 76 was so poorly received that I think
I feel like that was just some trash game built in the Fallout 4 engine, and it just nobody liked it. And that was a long time ago too. That was a few years ago. It's time. I think it's time for a new Fallout, next gen Fallout. Xbox, Bethesda. I mean, dude, what is there? I said Forza. I mean, we could get a Forza Motorsport 8, the sim one. I think we're definitely going to get Halo. Capcom, we could get Marvel vs. Capcom.
Capcom's on a high, they're
5
on a high right now. So
Devil May Cry?
We'll probably see another Resident Evil thing.
Oh, that's right, Resident Evil 8.
Well, that comes out, I guess, in May, so
yeah.
maybe we'll see a Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Monster Hunter Rise content, not paid DLC. Because I think that game's only going to sell. Maybe a date for the PC release, because that is imminent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is coming to the PC.
So maybe a date for that. I would like to see Mega Man 12, but I don't think we're going to get it for a while. I liked 11. We said Konami. We're going to get a new... what is that?
Might get a Silent Hill. If we get Silent Hill.
That'd be sick.
Isn't that actually a rumor that's floating around?
Yeah, I think Silent Hill was a rumor that they're bringing it back after that whole PT debacle.
Yeah, and then wasn't Kojima going to be involved, but he actually isn't.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. Ubisoft kind of talked about Take-Two. That's Grand Theft Auto. That's
Grand Theft Auto.
What else do they do? Are they Lego Lego games?
They do. I think is that Take-Two? I know it's the two T's. I can't think it was Take-Two.
Yeah, I get confused.
I think they have 2K is under them, so all the sports games.
Yeah, I get sports games. More sweat, more pores. more little bumps on the basketball. Individual fingerprints on the players. Just stuff you do not see.
I need to see the sweat beads, man. I need to see it.
Dude, what was it? 2K21, the most recent one?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That YouTube integration really went off without a hitch on Stadia, by the way. Still trying to get that game going, guys.
Yeah, I see Google's not at this event. Not promoting their Stadia.
Nope, they are hiding, waiting to scuttle that ship when we're not looking. They're going to cancel it while all these announcements are going on. They're going to just shut off the Stadia servers. All right, final thoughts. Anything you think we left out? Anything you think Sony's going to drop that's not involved with this?
Maybe we'll see something about God of War 2.
Oh, that'd be rad.
Another
Jak and Daxter.
Another title screen. Ratchet and Clank comes out right near here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's June.
Is that a May game?
Something.
It's a June game?
It's a June game, yeah. We'll see Horizon.
Oh, yeah, we'll see Horizon.
And then
all right,
the next topic we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Let's move on to another Bloomberg rumor, because apparently what we do is we take Bloomberg rumors and we regurgitate them on our podcast.
Yes, that is our research process.
Yep. We go to Bloomberg and we just say whatever they're saying. So The Last of Us is being remade for the PS5, allegedly, according to Bloomberg. And Bloomberg is never wrong. We don't need much context for this, so let's just jump right into the discussion. The Last of Us has already been remastered, and I think it's been remastered very well, in my humble opinion. Does it need a remake so soon? Get away.
I guess the difference between remake and remaster, right? Does this mean they're going to change things from the original?
Remake usually means they're using different assets, they're building it like it's a PS5 game.
From a ground up with a new engine.
Reusing all the old assets through just it's better performance, better resolution.
So the remake would be literally brand new.
So it's way too soon.
Way too soon.
Yeah.
When did it come out?
The original was not an amazing looking game. That was the best looking PS3 game, and fight me in the comments. That was the best looking PS3 game.
It still looks really the remastered version looks really good on the PS4.
Yeah. Remastered looks like a good PS4 game, and all they need to do is up-res the textures and unlock the frame rate or whatever.
Whatever they did to Last of Us 2, because didn't Last of Us 2 just... No. Did that get a PS5 update yet? I don't think it did.
I don't know.
I don't
think
think
it
so,
did.
no.
I think we wanted it to, and
Yeah.
it hadn't.
It hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened. Yeah. So, no. Why? Don't. That's how I feel.
What I would like to see, if they're going to do this,
It's a waste of time and energy.
but don't have it follow Joel and Ellie. Have it like an offshoot, like a different.
Follow like all the people at
Like
the. Can I talk about spoilers for the first one that came out 8 years ago?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, I played the first one.
Well, actually, and the beginning of the second one. So follow the backstory of like all those people.
Yeah, the Fireflies.
Yeah.
Or whatever they're called.
Are they the Fireflies?
Is that really a remake though? It's more of like a. If you're covering different things.
I'm just saying,
Well,
like
maybe
I don't.
it's just
I
spin
already
off
know
or-
Joel and Ellie's story, right? I've already played.
I just can we do something else besides The Last of Us? Like, why do we have to keep going back to The Last of Us?
Because it
everybody
sells a
loves
lot.
it. Yeah.
I mean, like, I was reading comments of people like being like annoyed with this. Like, it might even like, couldn't they do like Uncharted or something, like something that's older that probably needs it more?
Yeah.
The original Uncharted is a little rough. Like I played it in the when
A
they
collection.
Yeah, when they brought the collection to PS4.
Mhm.
And the first one definitely does not hold up as well as the other one. So yeah,
Yeah.
they would bring that. That'd be good.
Plus, like that story is done. So if they did a PS5 collection that had not just 1, 2, and 3, it had 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Didn't the collection just have 3?
It went 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, because it was just the PS3 ones.
Because the
Yeah,
fourth
so-
one wasn't out yet. Uncharted 4.
The fourth
wasn't
one
out
was
yet.
made as a PS4 game. Yeah.
Yeah. So they should redo 1, 2, 3, 4, and then add in the game that was going to be just an expansion pack, and then ended up being a full game.
Oh, the Lost Legacy.
Yeah, add Lost Legacy, and then just have that be like the Uncharted collection, PS5. Do that from the ground up.
You
Like,
know,
I'd spend money on that.
I wonder if. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of these PS3 to PS5 remakes if they're going to go that route, because Demon Souls did really well for them
Right.
on PS5. So they're probably looking for
But-
other opportunities to do the same thing.
I get that, but I also feel like Demon Souls was a cult hit, and a lot of people missed it, and then it was stuck on the PS3. There was not a lot of ways to play that game.
Sure.
There are no other ways to play that game until now, and I think Dark Souls blew up that genre and made it extremely popular. I mean, Dark Souls 3 is like a very well-selling game. The Dark Souls remastered on Switch and everything else sold crazy well. So I think they're like, okay, well, like that worked. So I mean, I don't know if they're using Demon Souls as a case study, but I feel like that might not be like the best idea, because I feel like it sold well because Dark Souls is popular now and it wasn't popular then, and now people can actually play it because not everyone has a working PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm all for like game preservation and like remaking games that, yeah, like you can't play a PS3 game on your PS5, and like that's a outdated console now. So
Right.
that's
I'm
good
just thinking
when they're
they-
doing
they-
that. But like for something like this, where like there's a perfectly good remastered version on PS4 that you can play on your PS5, it seems kind of pointless.
Exactly.
this is probably just going to turn out to be they're
Nothing.
updating it for the PS5. Like
Yeah.
I can see them doing that.
Yeah.
Like everything, they're pretty much
I mean, that
going
could be what this just is.
because everything's slowly getting updated for the PS5. Like God of War just got the update, so I can see them going through their library and just updating it.
Just update it. I mean, yeah,
Imagine what the giraffe is going to look like.
What?
Imagine what the giraffe would look like on the PS5 if it's built from the ground up.
There were many giraffes. Spoilers. Yeah, but I agree with Camilo in disagreeing with you, John. If you just like make up a new story, it's not the same game.
Well, this is a rumor, okay? This is a rumor, and it could have been like, I heard this in the grapevine that they're making another Last of Us based on like the first era.
Mm-hmm. Just keep moving forward. I don't need backstory. I also need to beat Last of Us 2. I haven't done that yet.
Neither have I. That's tough to get through. It's like super heavy.
Yeah. No, not that worried about it.
It's just hard to play for a long time, okay?
The first 5 minutes of Last of Us 1 is heavy, so if I can get through that, I feel like I can get through anything.
That's true. I posted that on my TikTok.
You know, that was I teed that up for you, bud.
And I didn't put a spoiler warning, and somebody said you should have put a spoiler warning. And I'm like, the game's 8 years
Tell
old,
them
and this is
the game
opening
is
scene.
old, and that's the first 10 seconds of it.
Yeah.
I
love that game to death, though. I love that game to death. Last of Us,
awesome.
the first one's amazing.
It's one of my favorite games. So if they remade it, what would you see changed? I want to see more pores, wrinkles, and hair strands. And what I actually want to see is a Pedro Pascal skin that I can
Maybe
put on
that's
Joel.
what it is. It's to coincide with the HBO series, and they're just going to use those actors and put them in to the game.
So maybe they're remaking that stuff. Do you think they're doing voice acting and stuff too? And you can choose to be, that famous voice actor guy? What's his name?
Troy Baker.
Baker.
Or
Or-
the other one. I don't think
Who's
Troy
Joel?
Baker is not Joel. It's the other one. No,
Is the guy from the Avengers game?
Nolan North.
Nolan North.
Yeah, Nolan North.
Nolan North is Joel. Yeah, so that famous guy. So you can choose to be that guy or
Pedro.
Mandalorian. That would be the only remake, and I just did air quotes, that I could see happening, is that they give it the PS5 treatment, but then they add in options to play as their HBO counterparts.
I mean, I like when they add, like, when we get, like, PS5 versions of games, I like when they add, like, the haptic feedback.
Mm-hmm.
But they can do that in an update. Like, they don't need to fully rework this game.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I really want to feel like a sharpened, like, steak just pop a clicker. I really want that sensation in my hand.
I want them to just put the multiplayer on the PS5.
I never played the multiplayer. Was it fun?
It definitely didn't need to be there. Like, it was, like deathmatch in Last of Us. It didn't make any. Didn't make any sense. Uncharted has it too.
Maybe they just like multiplayer. It's probably like a bunch of developers who loves telling single player stories but playing multiplayer games. So they're like, okay, cool. Well, so we made this, but let's all play with each other. It's like, because they probably were like, hey, let's just build this on the side, and then they put it in the game.
Well, I mean, there's that whole rhetoric going around that single player games are dead or whatever, and everything needed to be to have
Do
a
I need
multiplayer.
to like scroll just all of just the banger single player games that I mean it's basically Sony and Nintendo, but like, dude, the PS4 had so many awesome single player games. Like, it's not even funny. Like, that's not a conversation. Literally anybody can say that, and then just immediately you just shove 10 out of 10 video games down their throat, and then they can't talk anymore.
I'm just saying what the feelings are. I think
I'm also talking because it's a
even
podcast.
said that.
I'm just trying to say words, man. I'm trying to fill the air with words.
Just words.
So podcasts are all about just saying words. Speaking of just saying words, does anybody have any final thoughts on this? I feel like this was kind of just tacked on at the end here, but The real meat of the story was the E3. Any final thoughts on either of our two stories?
Naughty Dog would pay more attention to their other series and not just care about The Last of Us.
Which series in particular? Does it start with a Jack and end with a Daxter? Yes.
I mean,
All right.
They could honestly hand that off to somebody.
They could give it to Blue Point. Blue Point is the king.
Did Sony buy Blue Point?
I don't know. But I'm not going to look it up because I'm going to end the podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget that you can watch or listen to the entire podcast on your platform of choice, including subscribing to the video version on YouTube that you might be watching right now. Follow our Twitter and Instagram. Both are at the GamePackYT. Thanks again. Take care, and we will see you next week for probably another shorter episode. Right, John?
No, next week I should be good.
Oh, you're good? All right, back to normal next week. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.